morning. I'm happy to welcome you all here. My name is Valeri, and I will be your Master of Ceremony in Liv Hospital Expo. Dear business partners, valuable medical tourism companies, and valuable participants from our neighboring countries, welcome to Istanbul. أهلا وسهلا بكم في إسطنبول. Dobra pajavalati fi Istanbul. Your participation is very valuable for us. We want to thank you very much as Liv Hospital family. We are honored by your participation in Liv Hospital Expo, which is being held for the very first time in Turkey, hosted by one of the leaders in health sector for more than 9 years, Liv Hospital. From the very first moment of life, humanity progressed continuously towards the future. Inventions and discoveries became the most important part of life. These innovations have reshaped human life on its future journey. The only thing that did not change during this journey of humanity was change. As Liv Hospital, which always prioritizes the patient experience in a changing and transforming world, we wanted to welcome you with a different experience. Our journey continues with you here today with the strength we get from Turkish physicians from past to present. Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the future of healthcare. I want to remind all of you to keep your masks on during our whole program. Now, I invite the founder and the CEO of our business partner, ERI Global, Bobbie Seller, to the stage for the first speech of these 2 days. Mr. Seller, the stage is yours.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Istanbul. I'm not Turkish, as you probably have guessed. My name is Bobbie Seller. I'm the CEO of ERI Global. I'm the primary investor of this event, along with Liv Hospital. So again, I welcome you all. Enjoy the Turkish coffee. It's on me. So I hope everyone has a great 2 days. I am also an attorney in the States. So I own Seller Law, ERI Global, and several other companies. For me, being a traditional attorney and going to court just wasn't something that I was very passionate about. I needed to do something much bigger, much more exciting, and I created ERI Global. ERI Global works with over 400 healthcare systems in the States and abroad, and what we do is we basically audit their revenue cycle and their processes to identify all the gaps and then bridge those gaps. So where they're missing revenue, whether it's insurance or otherwise, we identify that. So we basically audit the best of the world in their processes to find opportunities. I created ERI Global based on the back of Seller Law. What we did is we created a hybrid, a mix of the law, insurance, and medical billing, and we basically spun it into a business model. So for me, every single business that I'm involved in, whether it's my law firm, ERI Global, or even a Netflix project we shot last month in France, it's got to be something that's very exciting for me. I have a certain formula when it comes to investing. I need to make sure that it's a very big project. I need to make sure it's a safe project, a safe product or service. I need to make sure it's novel, it's new in some way, it's different. We've got to add value to the clients, the patients in our example, or the customers, and it's got to be scalable. It's got to be something that's global or could be global. And for me, before I practiced law, before I had any business, I was handed a book called Think and Grow Rich. For those that haven't read it, I think it's probably one of the best business books I've ever read. I was about 20 years old, and what it does is it basically, Dr. Napoleon Hill was commissioned by the richest person of the world at that time, Andrew Carnegie, a steel tycoon, and he studied all of the largest and wealthiest millionaires in the United States and abroad. And he basically broke it down to 13 different principles. And those principles helped guide me in my business decisions on when I want to invest in a project and when I think a project's worth investing in. Two of the business cases are, number one, Ray Kroc, which is the founder, not the founder, but the one who grew McDonald's. And what Ray Kroc was, he was a milkshake machine salesman. And he sold one machine per restaurant. And then there was one restaurant that had 8 orders in California. And he wanted to know what was going on. They created a highly efficient and successful business, and he flew out there. And what he did is he took this concept of this McDonald's from the McDonald's brothers, and he really envisioned that in being every major city around the world. And as we all know, even though it's maybe not the healthiest choice, McDonald's has grown to be the #1 restaurant in its industry. And the second business case was Asa Candler. Asa Candler bought a formula from a pharmacist for $500. But he knew there was something missing, and what he really needed was a little bit of imagination. So what he did is he carbonated this formula, and what it is Coca-Cola today. So for me, these are two of the different business cases when I look at businesses and say, okay, is there something new? Is there value? Can it scale? Can it grow? And is there something we can add, like imagination, to be able to grow it? When I came to Istanbul about 6 months ago, it was under a different pretext. It was for COVID and partnerships I've had with airlines to be able to do PCR testing. A very small part of, obviously, this type of business. But we had a large client, an airline, that wanted us to commission all these different hospitals and clinics around the world. So we met. But when I came here and I met with one of the representatives, Ezgi Kunçev, and I sat there in front of Vadi Istanbul, I was really blown away by what I saw. What I saw is basically a hospital with a 5-star hotel concept. They've taken a building and they've renovated it all within 6 months to a high-end scale, sleek design, trained physicians, staff, durable medical equipment, and high-end procedures that were cost-effective. And in my mind, all I could think about was, this is another example of a McDonald's scaling, a concept that you could potentially license or even franchise. It's highly profitable, it's cost-effective, it's got a beautiful design, and if I could take this concept and introduce it to investors and we can partner together, I truly believe this is a type of product or building or service where we can either have an entire hospital or every level, every plate, which has a subspecialty from oncology to pediatrics. I mean, it's probably the most amazing design I've seen in over 400 hospital systems. And I basically approached them and I said, look, let's have this event, which is the Liv Hospital Expo as you see it today, and why don't we invite people and start to share the world and the vision to be able to expand this concept, this idea, to be able to renovate an office building, not build a hospital from the beginning, not from scratch, but renovate it in a way where we can show a high return of investment for investors and be able to have cost-effective procedures, high-end procedures, and have these in every major city around the world. So that is the concept and the vision that I have for Liv Hospital and the Liv Hospital Group. And like Asa Candler with Coca-Cola, this is essentially the imagination, the carbonation, where you can basically take a concept and create an ecosystem to invite all of you to be able to share business, see the hospital, both hospitals, Ulus and Vadi, and be able to do business here and then feed the concept and the business. So if we were to open one up in London, we would have another Liv Hospital Expo there to invite you all to see what we've done and basically conduct business. So this is really the backbone and my DNA and my thought process by partnering with Liv Hospital. And today, here we are, and I want to welcome you all to the first annual Liv Hospital Expo. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Sutter, for your speech. Now, I want to invite Liv Hospital Group Coordinator Meri to the stage, who created Liv Hospital and named the hospital as Liv. Mrs. Strote, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Bobbie, for pushing us from the hill to do this Liv Expo, and thank you for all the accomplishments you have said. Maybe I can take the presentation. Dear distinguished guests, welcome to Istanbul. Today, as Liv Hospital family, we are really honored to greet you here from our guests and physicians from 31 countries. So I would like to brief Liv Hospital in 15 minutes what we do. We are part of the biggest private chain in Turkey called MLP Care, with 32 hospitals and in 18 cities. So far, our name comes from leading international vision, where we believe from the start, day one, we wanted to create the best medical results with the best practices around the world, with Liv physicians who are already here and just working in the units. So far, since 2013, we have built up 6 Liv hospitals. You can see where they are. 3 in Istanbul, 1 in Ankara, Samsun, and Antep. And approximately, we run 200,000 square meters with 46 operating theaters and 81 specialties. You will be visiting today the one we built 5 months ago, and tomorrow morning, the Ulus, our primary baby, our primary lab. So, of course, when you talk about medical services, accreditation and quality is very important. And after having GCIs and European ISO certifications, we focused on having disease-based accreditations, and we keep on doing on specialized clinics. And we became part of international organizations. So in an hour, you'll be listening to our rector of Istinye University on his specialty. Since 2016, we started our affiliation with Istinye University Medical School. Our Liv Hospital doctors founded the medical school, and it's the 5th year. Even though it's a young university, it's been very popular with the in-depth education they provide national for international students. So let me brief some values what we are carrying. Of course, today, to keep up the leadership, you need to have a high technology-supported treatments. So because our focus was oncology, we had oncology investments on the radiation oncology side, which Professor Dr. Merdan tomorrow at lunchtime, after lunchtime, he will be giving a big presentation, very exciting presentation. And of course, having medication treatments in nuclear medicine, like gallium, lutetium, utilizing AIs, or providing, since 2014, regenerative medicine and stem cell, and seeing the exciting results of those treatments are all part of our life. Of course, robotic surgery, which I will be presenting tomorrow, the last panel, please be here at 3 o'clock. It's again a changing world on the technology side, and we use another robot for hip and knee replacement mycoplasty. So, of course, when you work with ambitious clinicians, they are fresh when they do researches. So, since our opening, we have almost 900 international publications, and accomplished with our international partners around the world 53 international programs, and we keep on doing those. Every year, at the end of every year, we publish activity reports to share our medical results and special cases, and we share those reports with our partners, with you, to share what we have done. Of course, talking about fluent, very disciplined approach to diseases, boards are one of our part of our life. You can see that we have many boards for chronic diseases and rarely seen cases. So oncology board, neurological board, pituitary board, vertigo board are some of them. And of course, subspecialization is very important. We have built Ulus and Vadi clinics, surgical and internal medicine clinics, with subspecialization. One orthopedist cannot operate everything. So in each discipline, this subspecialization brought better medical results, and they are focused on their researches and papers as well. So I'll not go one by one each department. So individualized medicine is something we don't talk but do. So we get the support of Istinye University Genetic Laboratory, Stem Cell Laboratory, Molecular Laboratory. They do in tissue typing. And of course, when we talk about radiation oncology, it's individualized for each session, for each case. And for rarely seen difficult cases, our physicians don't wait for the weekly boards, but they do individualized mini boards. So, of course, another thing entered into our life is the artificial intelligence. Since 2018, we are using in medical oncology the artificial intelligence program to calculate the medication in medical oncology and immunotherapy. And since then, the engineering faculty members and the doctors at Eastern University are working on utilizing AI in different disciplines. So, just in pediatry, we run 57 programs. Usually, when you go to a pediatric neurology, pediatric oncology, of course they treat all kinds of treatments. But what they do here is that they created programs where they worked in a multidisciplinary level. Today, Professor Dr. Ozan Özkaya, who is the Chief of Pediatrics and Deputy Dean of Eastern University Medical Faculty, she will be discussing why we created so many programs and how it helps to our patients. And of course, focused treatment centers are one of our focus. Whatever we are trying to be leader, we have centers like this, besides just clinics, organ transplant, spine center, pituitary center, breast center. So it goes like this for subjects that we focus on. Of course, something besides the medical things, you will hear a lot of medical things in the coming panels, but patient experience is very important for us. Today, what they remember, if the medical result is okay, what they remember is the process. From the day one, we meet with them with a medical second opinion or online consultations. Once they decide to come to Istanbul, we try to do our best in logistic services, in visa or consulate services, and in whole process until they go home, and we try to follow. Of course, in Turkish we have a saying, sometimes it happens, black evil eyes, but in service industry I don't believe 100% of accuracy is possible in anywhere. But how you try to solve this makes difference. If you are good-willing and trying to help as if he's or she's your family member. And as a result, we started to calculate our patient satisfaction rates since 2017 by third-party monitoring. They send SMSs to our patients, and you can see since we started monitoring not by written questionnaires, but a different company started to assess us, our satisfaction rate and NPS, Net Promoter Score, started to increase because we saw what we have to do. We learned from this. So let's hear what our patients say.
I feel very, very fortunate to have been introduced to Liv Hospital. I feel Liv Hospital saved my life.
I zahvaljujemo se puno dr. Erdalu što nam je pružio šansu za oporavak, kao i Liv Hospital koja nas je ugostila i pružila nam tu mogućnost da pobedimo u ovoj borbi.
Organization, translation, traveling from hospital to the hotel and back. They are doing a very, very good job here.
فأنا أشكر جميع العاملين ومستشفى احنا ممنونين جدا من خدمات المستشفى والحمد لله عملية حفيدي كانت ناجحة وجدا.
I have enjoyed my experience at the Liv Hospital. It's a beautiful hospital. The staff here are truly amazing. The care and the kindness, they go beyond.
Well, we want to provide seamless operational service to every pediatric and adult patient that arrives to us. We hope all patients that get treatment in Istanbul with us will say those words. As I said, this is achieving 100% accuracy is our vision. So what kind of international services we provide? So far since the opening, we have served more than 200,000 patients all over the world. Especially we counted how many countries arrived. 142 countries, nationalities have arrived. So you can see the growth of our international patients through the years. And you can see the split of the percentages of the regional breakdown. So as we developed our relationships, we're trying to enlarge our focus with different projects in each region. And we have 23 languages spoken in both hospitals with our international guest team. And what kind of operational services, besides the routine ones, they can provide the air ambulance evacuations. They deal with all insurance companies, even though we're in direct agreement or we don't have the agreement, but we try to achieve the results. There are the VIP pickups when necessary. We have if the patient is dependent, we provide special nursing services attached to the translator. If they have different beliefs or needs, special nutrition services. If they need an extended stay because of the treatment, we deal with the visa and consulate services. And of course, online examinations before they come, get to know the hospital and the doctor is crucial. Of course, at the end, the right billing is very important, not to lose the confidence of our partners. So far, we have built 10 offices in different cities and countries, and we will increase the number of offices through the years, or enlarge our services by entering into relationship or affiliations with other hospitals and clinics. So one of the things we do is through the years, we have physician visits. We have accomplished over 200 physician visits and touched over 6,000 patients locally. Sometimes we do outpatient diagnosis. Sometimes we do surgeries or interventions in the country our physicians go. So according to the need, we're changing our service understanding. So I would like to thank, in front of all of you, Professor Dr. Talant Bek, who is a cardiologist and who is the ex-Kyrgyz health minister. Maybe they can see you. To give us the idea, when he got his education in Turkey, but the Kyrgyz president at that time invited him to be the Ministry of Health, and he saw the differences in Turkey and Kyrgyzstan in the region. And after his ministry role has ended, he offered us to do this international contemporary medical academy. We started in 2020. So far, we have done 25 online programs, and everyone that attended, physicians attended online to these programs, have got their certifications by Liv Hospital and University. And now we are going to start to do it not online, but keep on doing it physically, locally as well, because now COVID is free, I think. Every doctor is going to very crowded congresses. I don't know what Dr. Farah is going to say about it. Anyway, we'll keep on these educational programs, online and offline. So the other service we try to provide is management and consultancy. We see that there is a need for even the right preparation for the hospital from greenfield or hospitals that are not running efficiently. What do we provide? If it's a greenfield project, we have the support for the feasibility phase. We have the architectural team to work and create the project. We do the organization of management structure. We do the recruitments if necessary, the physician educations, nursing educations. Especially nowadays, we receive a lot of hospital management educational demands, where we, with our team in Istanbul University of Health Management, they prepared 3-day, 5-day, 10-day, and 15-day programs to teams where they apply to us for health management. And of course, if necessary, the HIS system can be in place in their, according to the regulations of the country. Pricing strategies, marketing strategies, what is needed locally can be supported. You can see it as like a menu. Of course, whenever we touch down to be an affiliate to, as Liv Hospital to one of the hospitals, of course, we try to ensure the quality understanding is similar, and name utilization is an option like this. Recently, we did in Tbilisi, Radiation Oncology Center and Nuclear Medicine Management for 4 years. It's one of the other examples. So, of course, medical world is changing with 3-dimensional, 4-dimensional printers. Now we're waiting the organs to be prepared from these printers. So the AI utilization is advanced. The big data that is being created in medicine is very crucial. We understand the value of this big data, what our doctors write is going to be utilized with AI for the new medications and hospitals. And distance will not be matter. Distance between countries, the know-how will be spread with all the technology we have at hand at the moment. And with the wearable technologies, the service and diagnostic service will not be only done in the hospital, but outdoor as well. So hospitals are extensive investments, and we strive to do it, to run it as efficient as possible today. Every dollar has a meaning today with the investment, but it's the same with our neighboring countries as well. So technology will be main point of the hospital of the future. It will keep on being worse. While you saw the capsules, I believe we will not create rooms for patients, but after the operations, there will be capsules where the incisions will be cured and we'll have less stay in the hospital. Of course, high-tech interior designs will be part of our lives. The green area has to be kept. So they will not be only sold as buildings, but also living complexes intertwined with nature. And there will be accommodation areas for patients more and more than ever. And with the wearable devices and online services, probably we will not invite all the patients to the hospital, but we'll do some of the things in their business area or home. So I hope in our career we'll see that the hospitals will be hospitals. So here at Liv Hospital, we're trying to design the future of healthcare. Let's mention just a few slides online services, what we do. We created speaking doctors CVs. Why did we do it? Because we know that the patient needs confidence. They have to speak with the doctor, see the doctor, understand their experience, and come to another country, visit another country, knowingly.
Hi,
So
my name is Professor
we have in 4 languages all these speaking CVs in our website. So you can easily choose the doctor according to the specialty. So I sometimes see my friends asking for the CVs of our physicians, and I say, why are you asking? It's all in the website in every languages. So they have their H index, the reference index, the international publications, what is their focus area.
From Liv Hospital, Istanbul, Turkey. I'm a professor of ear, nose, and throat. My special interest of areas in our field are voice problems, swallowing disorders, and airway problems. Hope to see you in our hospital for the high-class healthcare. Best wishes from Istanbul.
So besides this, we have this Liv Hospital Mobile, which we started to use for our local patients. They can have their appointments online, or they can do the video clinic system, or get their appointments. They can keep all their medical history. We're preparing it in English and Russian. In 1 month, we'll have our international patients utilize, keep all their medical records here. And of course, when you are a hospital, you have to touch the communities. We have to serve to the local communities that we're working together. Recently, we did a breast awareness program and screening programs in Albania and many others in different countries. When our partners bring us a proposal, we try to achieve it as we do it in Turkey. So we're here all the time. We want to go beyond patients' expectations. And we want to walk to the future together with you all. So I would like to thank our sponsors, ERI Global, for giving us the idea to do this. ISS, Electa, PharmaLife, and FIBA Health are the other countries that trusted us and entered hand in hand for this event. Thank you for your attention, and I wish these 2 days will be very beneficial for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Stroti, for your speech. Now, I invite the chairman of the Global Healthcare Travel Council founding and honorary Mr. Emin Çakmak to the stage for his speech. Mr. Çakmak, the stage is yours.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and dear colleagues and partners from 31 countries. Among of 31 countries, we have 15 countries, our representative of Turkish Healthcare Travel Council. I'm honored to be here and delighted to be in between valuable guests from different countries and valuable professors and physicians from Liv and Istenia University as well. Mr. Rector's in between us, thanks joining. And thanks to Mrs. Meri, of course. I wrote to the memory book that always the first and innovative ideas and projects coming out of Liv from a leading person, Meri Stroti. I'm really happy working together for more than 15 years for now. Shortly, I have 15 minutes to do my presentation. We're not going to take long because after me, there's a lot of valuable physicians and professors who will share their experience, know-how, and knowledge for the treatments and for the hospital services and other cares. So let me start with my presentation. My name is Emin Çakmak. I'm the founding chairman of Turkish Healthcare Travel Council, and we started our journey 16 years ago, 2005, saying that healing generation for centuries. So my presentation today is Turkey's rising role among the leader in international medical tourism destination. Same time, THTC is the founding member of Global Healthcare Travel Council, one of the founding member, and we started under slogan in the Global Healthcare Travel Council, which is 58 countries today is the member of the council. We started saying that global healthcare for all. I'm the founding chairman of this council, first term of the president, 2013 and 15, and lifetime honorary chairman being awarded by 58 countries board members. So, shortly about Turkish Healthcare Travel Council, we established in 2005 within the aim of developing international medical tourism to Turkey and assisting foreign patients. We are an official association of Turkish medical services, operating as a non-profit organization under Turkish law and supported by the Turkish government. So THTC members actually a long-standing arrangement with more than 375 best Turkish healthcare and tourism facilities, general hospitals, dental and aesthetic medicine clinics, thermal wellness and spa centers, hotel and resorts, travel agencies, assistant companies. So these are our member profile from all stakeholders, all partners, and all are working under recommended member of council, acting according to the THTC ethical codes and understanding. So the THTC global networks and partners, we are within the 168 offices in 92 countries. THTC now the largest medical association both in Turkey and in the world wide. The main objective of the opening THTC offices in foreign market is to give direct access to the advanced yet affordable Turkish healthcare to those patients whose conditions cannot be treated in their home countries. International patients can contact us directly or through their medical doctors, insurance companies, travel agencies, or other facilitators whom we consider our partners. So, establishing the partnership is important, of course. So today, all our partners are here to work together in order to help our customer, client, or guest, or patients, also to do a win-win partnership. So why Turkey has made advanced medical services accessible and affordable for patients from all over the world? So what is the role of Turkey become role models for rising destinations, actually? In the last 20 years, Turkey has invested more than $50 billion in new hospitals and latest medical technologies such as CyberKnife, Gamma Knife, 3-beam, Da Vinci, robotic surgery, stem cell treatments, cordial blood and bone marrow transplantation, organ transplantation such as heart, kidney, and liver. Of course, we have all the technologies like CyberKnife, Gamma Knife, Da Vinci, stem cell technologies, and etc. So, why Turkey? We have more than 15,000 doctors, physicians who graduated from Western medical universities. Our medical healthcare and wellness treatments are generally much more affordable than the same procedures and intervention in many other countries. In the state-of-art Turkish hospitals, you can get any technological advanced procedure you need at time that suits for you. So, why Turkey? Because we have one of the best quality-wise and connected-wise national carrier. Turkish Airlines, it is easy to fly with Turkish Airlines from any country of the world to Turkey within Turkish Airlines, flying directly to Istanbul from 350 destinations. Even during the pandemic period, the company has lost $450 million in order to keep this connection and the bridge between countries and Turkey, and they keep flying and connecting the families and members to each other. So, thanks to a potent combination of the world-class medical services, developed hospitality infrastructure, geographical convention, and natural beauty, Turkey has become a preferred global healthcare travel destination and center across various segments like medical treatments, wellness, spa and thermalism, sport medicine, retirement tourism, and accessible tourism and more. Of course, we have some unique places like Dr. Fish for eczema treatment and etc. We have hot spring water medical spas and treatments combined after surgeries. They can be having some treatments here or having some rest in this spa and wellness. And many more spa and wellness centers where you can spend your time and pamper yourself. And retirement tourism, of course, become more and more now popular. People are preferring to come to Turkey, settle in Turkey after retirement, to live and to spend rest of their life in Turkey. Why? Because they can access to the best technological healthcare, affordable healthcare service in Turkey, in any part of Turkey, not only in Istanbul. So we have almost in every city. Today, you have seen Mrs. Meri's presentation that they have almost 35 hospitals in surrounding all Turkish cities. So this, of course, gives the advantage. Service and quality and accreditation was one of the important part of our development to be role models to the other destinations. In Turkey, all hospitals operate under the quality and standard accreditation of Turkish Ministry of Health, first of all. Second, the Ministry of Health has established a special department to monitor the hospitals' compliances with the rules and regulation, including the prices for medical tourism. The service quality of many private hospitals in Turkey has been approved by the world-renowned accreditation agencies like JCI, by United States organization, and TEMOS Germany, and Turkish Healthcare Travel Council accreditation. According to the numbers from 2005, where we started, it was 126 patients coming to Turkey from 35 countries. But today's, from 165 countries, we are hosted in 2019, 1,087,000 patients, and we done a turnover, direct contribution to Turkish economy, $10.2 billion US, and our aim to reach $20 billion in 2023. Turkey experience during the COVID was very important and very magnificent, actually, because during the first 3 months only, we closed our borders to the international patients because Turkish government has taken a decision to convert all the hospitals to the pandemic hospitals to serve Turkish citizens and Turkish nations. But when we take under control, we have enough bed capacities, ICUs, and etc. Then in June 2020, Turkish Ministry of Health declared that we can start accepting international patients in our hospitals. Within the special approvals, we started accepting international patients for all kinds of treatments. In August 2020, after 6 months of starting the COVID-19, we opened all our borders to all world citizens, that they can come without any permission with PCR tests, and they can enter, they can get their treatments. So when they come, the patient to Turkey, of course, our hospitals has some kind of rules. When international patients come to Turkey, we apply to them PCR test at the hospitals where they are going to be treated. And after the negative test result, we start applying other procedure like doctor consultation and MRI, etc. And international patient companions also, if they need to accompany the patient, the guest, then they have to do PCR tests as well. Of course, Turkey, one of the first country in the world during the pandemic time, start applying. The Turkish Ministry of Tourism has launched its Safe Tourism Certificate program to ensure that all hotels, restaurants, transport services operate according to the pandemic public health rules and regulation announced by the Ministry of Health. This certificate was important for us because healthcare service chain, it is need to be connected to each other, need to be secure and safe, everybody in the hotels, in the transport service, and everywhere, not only the hospitals. So that's why Turkish Ministry of Tourism has made a very important action and take this action and introduce the certificate. And Turkey, result of the 2020 after the COVID-19 pandemic, we were not knowing that what's going to happen, but at the end we were still surviving, and Turkey had lost 70% international patient arrivals and the revenues. In the 2020, after the opening the doors in August, we succeed to host 498,000 patients within 4.5 billion turnovers. Still, we have done a great work in 2020. And Turkey had lost 72% in international tourist arrival, but we were lucky enough to host 12.5 million international tourists during the 2020, the hard period. The Turkish healthcare industry has succeeded to survive during the pandemic period, thanks to the government policies and our private clinics and hospitals. So the world countries and the global healthcare industries must be ready for the new pandemics. The countries must do fast healthcare reforms, as Turkey done. Developments and investment in healthcare sectors. The countries must invest in human resources for healthcare sectors. Turkey is lucky that we have had two visionary leaders in the past 100 years of Turkish Republic's history, and we were proud of them. His Excellency Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, the first president of Turkey, start sending young physicians and made a decision sending young doctors and physicians abroad to higher specialized education. And he said, and trust me to Turkish doctors. And the second modern visionary leaders, current president of Turkey, over the past 18 years, he has done a great reform and revolution in the healthcare and education systems and started building new PPP city hospitals and encourage the private sector to invest in healthcare industry. And he followed the first president recommendation, and he trusted one of his treatment, very hard surgeries. He trusted Turkish doctors, and he been treated in Turkey. He never traveled other country for this. So, Mr. Çavuşoğlu, he's the foreign minister, our mirror in abroad. He's an excellent guy, which is building bilateral relationship with other countries in order to have more freedom travel, and we have 90 countries at the moment that everything entering to Turkey without visa. Also, we are delivering healthcare visa in 48 hours if required. So thanks to him. This is the list of 90 countries where entering to Turkey, free visa, no visa. So you come, you get your passport. Some of the countries, only ID cards with chip can enter to Turkey without any barriers and without any visas. So Minister of trade, he is our great supporter, that he is supporting all incentives, promotion, marketing, and all digital, online, and etc. They are doing a great job, and we are collaborating with them really very closely. We introduced medical tourism insurance. We have newly introduced it, medical tourism complication insurance for all our international medical travelers. If any complication or COVID-19 occurs after the surgery or the treatments in one of our accredited and certified by Ministry of Health hospitals or clinics, then the insurance will cover 100% treatment of the complication for international patients. This is newly introduced, and it is growing and going to be introduced day by day to all our visitors. The hospital bed capacity of Turkey today, there is more than 2,000 private hospitals with a bed capacity of 250,000. The private sectors owned 37.7%, university hospitals 14.2%, state and public-private partnership city hospitals is 48.1%. We have built in 45 days during the COVID pandemic periods in Istanbul 2,000 bed capacity, one in European side, one in Asian side, in order to serve Turkish and international citizens who is suffering from the COVID. Turkey, the #1 country today, is still a leading country on the ICU bed capacities per 100,000 citizens. And after us, United States, and then Germany and Italy. So Turkey still our leader having the ICU bed capacity in worldwide. So the potential of the new city hospital, of course, become a unique in the world, such big million square meters, thousands of bed capacities. This is public-private partnership hospitals, which is lately been introduced and built. This is 1 million square meters under one roof, 2,700 bed capacity, which is a government hospital serving Turkish citizens, and also sometimes they are serving international citizens if needed. So the global potential of the healthcare travelers from 8 segments, which is medical, spa, thermalism, sport tourism, accessible tourism, 2019 was 100 million travelers, generated $890 billion revenue. In 2020, the world faced a 95% drop in medical tourism. 2021, we estimate that the global healthcare travel sectors can reach 20% of 2019 revenue within 20 million travelers, generating $200 billion. Today's current position of Turkey, very important, ladies and gentlemen. We were, before pandemic, we were 3rd position, but today's one America, Germany, and many other destinations, they close their doors to the international patients who suffer and who is looking for treatments. But we couldn't. We open our doors and we start receiving the patients. We start carrying on all our services, providing all our services. That's why Turkey today been announced the current position, income ranking, and also the number by volume. Turkey #1, Thailand #2, and Malaysia #3. Before, US was #1, Germany was #2, Turkey was #3. But Germany and US is not exist anymore because they are still very much conservative on receiving healthcare patients. So the normalization period, 2021, I estimate 20%, 2022, 50%, and 2025, I estimate personally that we will gonna recover, come back to the 2019 standards and numbers. So Turkey's role models, this is my last slides. Turkey become last 15 years role models to the other destination with many innovative actions taken as latest technology and state-of-art investment in healthcare. Last 90 years, Turkey was investing on human resources. Without having human resources, you can have Dubai healthcare city, $10 billion, $20 billion of investment. But if you don't have the right human resources which can serve to your patients and citizens, not enough. So that's why the human resources been invested in Turkey 90 years, and that's why we are lucky, and today we are #1 destination in the world. So Turkish Airlines, expansion in flying more than other airlines for many destinations. Ministry of Trade incentive and support for medical tourism. Healthcare visa in 48 hours or e-visa obtaining in 5 minutes. If you have Schengen, UK, or America visa in your passport, valid visas. You can go e-visa, go TR, and in 5 minutes you can get your online visa and you can enter. Even you can fly from your country to Istanbul, and from your mobile application you can enter to the system and download your visa if you have one of these 3 countries' visa in your passports. So 90 countries has direct access to Turkey without visa. Turkey, surrounding 1 billion population, can reach Turkey's city within 5-hour flights, acting under and according to international ethic codes of Global Healthcare Travel Council. So this is very important, that to serve your patient as an international patient rights and ethical code that you can be surviving. Well, thank you very much, and I am glad to be here with you, and thank you for your patience listening to my presentation. And as Mrs. Meri said, that after the panels in the afternoon, we were going to visit Vadi Istanbul, Liv Hospital, then tomorrow morning, Ulus, and you will be amazing, as I amazed when I see my first time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Çakmak, for your speech. Dear guests, we wanted to prepare a giveaway for you to give an exclusive checkup gift. To participate in the giveaway, simply leave your personal business card in the box waiting for you at the registration desk downstairs. The giveaway will be held tomorrow at the end of our last panel at 4 p.m. Good luck. Our program will continue at full speed after the coffee break. We have a 20 minutes break now. We will start at 11 o'clock. See you soon.